live on All Hallows Eve. Happy Halloween, everyone. I am the scariest thing that ever existed, the Lilith reincarnated, the demoness, the serpent, the devil, as you say, here on another one. What's up, everyone? It's Friday then. Saturday, Sunday. What? In order to keep up with me, you had to catch what I posted in my community page, my latest live video, and anything in my shorts. It's Halloween. Do you feel it? Can you feel the love tonight? Hey, so I was waiting all day to, catch that vibe. And after I got all ready and I was sitting here, I remembered my house. And I remember this feeling. It's like a common feeling that I get on Halloween. It's an off feeling. Really? Yeah, it's like you're, not fully grounded. I've had them before, but I recognize that I do get this on Halloween. Go figure. And it was a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It was super funny, guys. All I did was put on my ceremonial dress. I have this specific dress, and it's bright red. And I put on my cloak, which says the Mythical Society on it. And I put on that hat that I got from them, just like a little top hat. And everybody's like, ooh, ah. And I'm like, oh, that's so easy. It was really funny. I saw Joe. Joe just pulled some shit out of the closet, too. He came looking like a whole cowboy. Because he doesn't dress like that regularly, it's a whole show. I was like, that's cool, dude. That's a good look for you. You look like a total shit kicker. It was a great look. Great look. Anyways, they're supposed to have festivities, and they're going to have, a costume party and stuff, so that forces us to be part of community. Last thing I posted, I want to say something. Last night, I just remembered as my other hand started itching. For an hour, that's all that was happening. I kept waking up and my hand was itching. For an hour, I just was like, why is my hand itching? This, right now, it's the other hand, which is good stuff. Those are always signs of shaking hands. Right? Shaking hands with the devil or with spirits or whatever. So I remember that because this morning, or my earlier video, said I'm not worried about anything. I've got seeds planted. I've got a bright future, this, that, and the other. And then one of my seeds popped. I got an email saying, a response saying, can you come on next Wednesday for an actual interview and to fill out a formal application. It's like, I thought that was really cool. What was it? I told you, for the bell ringing. Let me practice. I think I got it. I think I got the job. They're like, it's going to be cold out there. I was like, you're telling the weather witch what the weather is going to be outside? Which weather is going to be outside? Okay. I told God I said yesterday, I said I need 5 paychecks. That job only lasts for that long. What's that? The power of manifestations. How did that happen? Well, you have to go back about a month ago, or at least 3 weeks ago. My manifestations they come in threes. I was saying that. I was like, I said it jokingly, but from my heart. I was like, dude, I'll fucking do that job. That's perfect for someone like me. I have my own bell. I was like, then I can sing Christmas carols. I'll be the most joyful person doing that job. Leave me alone. And that's how it happened. I called for it. And it was, I didn't do it out of pride or desperation. I did it out of true heart's desire. And that's really what it is. I said it before the jobs even became available. And then I looked them up, and most of them were volunteers. So I was like, But then that wasn't true at all. And so that's what it is. It's like, oh, well, that's nice. And I said, I had put in an application to Target, but I felt like Target was going to want too much. But I had already seen a premonition of working 2 jobs if it became available. Why? I'm not sure. I'd seen it. So if they both pop at the same time, I'm going to work it out. Why? I don't know, because I had seen it. Not because I was trying to, but because I had seen it. I see things. I go after my visions, not just any plain idea or what other people are doing. I go after what I see, what speaks to me, right? So anyways, that was cool. And that's all I said. Before I had that email come in, I was sitting here with my daughter. I said, let's talk about your birthday. That was manifestations. What do you want for your birthday? What kind of headphones is what I started with. She's like, I don't even want headphones. I want a skateboard and some clothes. I was like, well, my knowledge is a skateboard's going to be like 150 out the door. For sure? Yeah, for sure. And that's not even fully custom making that bitch. That's like on a fucking EBT balance budget. Those motherfuckers is deep. It's like saying I want a bicycle. You're not going to get a bicycle for less than 150. You're not going to get a phone for less than 150. We were not going to get her headphones. Well, we saw. Hey, did you know her birthday's on Thanksgiving? Ooh, that's cool. I remember being sitting at the table with my family all eating Thanksgiving and everybody trying to offer me food, and I was like, dude, I'm too pregnant. I don't think I could do that. And then I had her like a day or two later. But that's cool. So we were talking about that, and we saw that, you know, she did. Then I got her started on headphones, but I think I just added to the madness, and I was like, all right, well, don't worry about it. That just means I need more money. That's all. I'll tell God we need more money. And that's it. She has her wishes, and that's what it is. And then when she starts doing this, he'll start manifesting what he wants, and then it all comes into play, because that's all I need. Right? Right. Right. And I was telling you about my future. My future's so bright. There's a new company coming in, and on the 6th, which is the full moon, I can sit down and ask them all the questions about my future. That doesn't have an answer. Like, in the essence, I'm seeing something. I was sitting outside in the sun, and it was like some kind of download, like, you're going to get your rent paid for like a year. That's what I got. They're going to cover like a year. I was like, really? That would be amazing, bro. That would be amazing, right? Have that much time to settle myself in. That's what God said. We'll see what happens. And I believe that's it. You see a vision and you're like, you're imagining. I couldn't possibly. I'm not sitting there in a desperate place saying, I hope this happens and I hope this happens. I get an idea, a vision, and I believe in it. Like, that's cool to believe in. If I believe that I'm going to get a house and it's going to be paid for a year, then what am I stressing? You look great.
It took me forever to put the fake lashes
But you need to put the dress on so you could win the costume contest.
I don't want to put the dress on right now.
I want you to win the costume contest and see what's in those bags. There's something good in
Is it
there.
happening right now?
No, but everybody's running around all excited now. They're starting to get ready. It's all set up down there. Maybe get a cupcake. I don't know when they're starting. You should find out. But put the dress on. Yes? Yes. We're having fun. And that's where they're at. They're like, I'm a teenager. I don't want to go trick-or-treating. I was like, come on, dude. There's a huge neighborhood on the other side of this place. Let's go wander through the neighborhood and grab some candy. I was like, we'll do it. We'll do it. Come on, one more time. One more time for old sakes. Really? Yeah, my kids are old, bro. They're like, no. She wanted to go to a party, and I didn't let her go. I saw Mean Girls and then, you know, drugs, alcohol, losing virginities, stuff like that. They're vaping. Who knows? Some cool parent that's not there or is. Weird. Weird. All weird. So I said, no, we're going to have a family one. It's our last family one. Really? Kind of. What an asshole. Was that manipulative? I don't think so. What do you think? You play mommy. Alright, so, I'm going to pull some dark cards because we are in the dark. You are. Everybody's in the dark. I think it's a joyful time. It really is. I don't think, for those of you that are not American, you probably don't celebrate it with such, you know, extreme. And for those of you that are not Coloradan, you probably don't give a shit either. I remember in California, they get them in and out before fucking dark. Like, as soon as the kids get out of school, they have them out there, and I'm like, what is happening right now? We don't even go out till it's dark. And then they're still out there like 1 o'clock. It's like fucking 4th of July, bro. What the fuck is that? Dude, it's fucking, the sun is coming up. Stop with the fireworks already. Alright, we'll light the rest of them tomorrow night. And for the rest of this week. Get out of here, dude. Why'd you buy so many fireworks? Really? Yeah, it's a great, wonderful time of the season. I don't know what cards to pull. Let's pull some new cards. We can see what part of hell you're in. I'm not there with you, but I can guide you through it. Tell me where you are. What does it look like? What you dealing with? What you working with? Hey, let's pull some witch cards. Why? Because we're witchy. Witchy. I taught you all kinds of witchy shit, didn't I? We're doing our idea. Oh, should we bring the witchcraft? Yeah, let's have some fun. I'm having fun. I don't feel like I'm working. I feel like I'm having fun. Are you having fun? I guess if you don't have kids, it's not really fun, huh? I make fun of it all the time. Let these guys move out. I'll still be out there, dude. I will totally be that person. Dude, how much do you think the average person spends on candy to pass out to these bastards? The bag of candy right now is like $30, bro. And how many bags do you get for the neighborhood, bro? Like, damn. You put a hundo down on strange kids. I get it, because it's entertaining, dude. It's super entertaining. I'll totally be that person where you get to see them, you know, all the work that's put into these little fuckers. I like walking around and doing it. We're not doing it. This is the first time we're breaking tradition. We have a tradition. We always go to the haunted house. That's what my son said. Are we going? I said, no, not this year. We always go to the haunted house up in North Glen. That's where I did my music video and everything. And then we go over to a specific neighborhood over off of Riverdale. And we fucking clean up and then we're done. We always did the same thing. Always, always. So we're breaking traditions, traditionally speaking. All right, where are we at? Oh, that's where we stopped. We were at the Horn God. All right, let me shuffle. We don't need that energy today. Let's put that away. That was yesterday's energy. That was yesterday's. We know there's a horny god out there. There's a horny goddess right here. Oh, the Grimoire. Well, the Book of Secrets. You know, everything was kept in secret because you could be killed for it. Because free thinking. If you did anything that was outside of the box, you were going to be put in a box. Really? Yeah. I tell all the secrets. I'm the keeper of secrets. Number 31. 1 to 20. The crone. It's the death season. Dun, dun. Authenticity. 131. Woo! Within your ancestors' grimoires lies the teachings of original natural magic made manifest. Witchy guidance. Imagine what it would be like to hold in your hands a flesh-bound, first authentic magical grimoire that was crafted by the witches of old. It lies within me. Imbued with ancient magical powers, sacred sigils, and potent incantations like Hocus Pocus or Charmed. As the immense power courses through the air like an electric charge, for it is packed with the formula of ancient scripts, knowledge, and secrets, all birthed directly from the Oracle herself. I am the Oracle herself. We encourage all witches, especially you, to stay true to your authenticity. It is a time to craft your own personal grimoires. Make it distinctive and personal and known only to you as you carve your own path for your unspeakable magic. Maggots. Uncovered knowledge and personal secrets of the craft. Now, there's this thing that's circling around Facebook, and it's all people that continue to post all day but get 0 likes. Dude, I'm putting the book of magic everywhere. I put it everywhere. I just have to give you the message and leave it there. Time will not erase it. People will see this, dude, and tap into this. It's like they didn't have to read the books. I read them to them. I broke down everything to them. The Oracle came and explained everything. You guys got a first-hand look. I'm going to be selling this shit for large prices. Really? Yes. Since the dawn of writing, we witches inscribed into ancient scrolls our original spells, rituals, and magically charged symbols to summon and invoke the unseen into doing our bidding. I don't invoke them. They're just here, and I tell them what to do. Why? Because I'm the Oracle, and that's what they're supposed to do. They're charged. That is their charge. Ooh, my hand is itching again. Hey, high fives, wherever you are. High five, high five, high five. All right, the authenticity of the grimoire is vital in our legacy that we pass to you. And that's what I did. I taught you how to speak with the dead. I taught you about the herbs. I taught you everything, except for the sigils, or as she says, I don't know how she pronounced it. We haven't talked about the runes. Okay, we don't brew potions. We were going to talk about oils and stuff like that. But I've taught you almost pretty much everything. I teach you everything, fuckers. Anyways, stay true to you and create grimoires that are specific to your needs and magical practices, so that one day it may be passed down to the next generations of witches to come. And that's what it is. All my life's work, I mastered life, and all my lives, I bring all of it. All the knowledge of the gods, all the wisdom of the gods, all of my experiences, all my lives, I bring here in a video documentary for you. Yes? Yes. It's spread out in all of these, places. Really? Yeah. It's hidden. The best parts are hidden in my Instagrams. Go look. I have 2 Instagrams that are over 1,400 pages, both of them. It's the best shit is in there. Make your grimoire unique and treasured. Know only to you at this time. Write of your experiences and fill it out with serendipitous writings that deepen your studies, devotion, and dedication. Jesus Christ, Russ. What the fuck does fighting your fears have to do with your new hair product? You're mushy. You are mushy. You are mushy. You are mushy. You're like that plate that people bring on Thanksgiving that nobody touches. It's mushy. It's got like raisins in it or something. Celery. Fucking VeggieTale. Moving on. It's time to step into your authentic self and out of the broom closet. I said in my earlier video that I was going to teach you guys how to make the flying ointment so that you guys can, before I leave, I will make sure that you know how to fly on a broom again. For you can no longer hide your truth in fear of being persecuted. We talked all about this last night in the Dark Night of the Soul of Hell. You need to tell your truth. You need to write it down, take a picture, spread your truth, speak your truth. Instead, the depth of your witchy soul urges you to take those first brave steps of authenticity to what will ultimately be freedom to live your life as the true you. Light side unveiled. It is time to reveal the truth of the situation, even if it's only to yourself. Ooh, what's the truth? Tell me. I love the truth. It's so dirty. It's frightening. Tell me the truth. The truth of your inner reality is now being revealed. The illusion is shattered, and you see the truth of all others and situations. Pen your innermost thoughts to birth your authentic creative expression. Shadow side. Restrictions and control have dimmed your spirit, suffocating your expression for your soul. Release your burdens through the power of writing. It is time to be your authentic self, to no longer cower behind the mask of disguise. I told you guys to take off your mask to be you today. I get to be me. I'm seriously just being me. And they think that it's so wonderful to be me today, but I can't be this me on Sunday. Watch me. I always am. It doesn't matter. But that's what it means. Feel free on page 133. Here's an incantation. From out of the closet, take a stance. No need to hide, for now is your chance. Live by the book. Be who you are. Take the first step, and you'll go far. Grimoire magic is worked with harm to none, so mote it be. There, it is done. A grimoire is a witch's personal book of magic. The pages within are for spells, magic instructions, and sacred texts. Using charms, hexes, pacts, incantations, a witch fills her magic book with her secret ways and how-to directives to summon supernatural entities, create magical objects, and perform spells, charms, and divinations. I do all of that here at Hogwarts Station on my YouTube. Looks great. The Hello Kitty doesn't match, though.
I don't have another leash. You have a black leash?
No, but you don't need one.
Yeah, it's here.
I guess. So that's what it's talking about is to, we talked about your memoirs last night. Grimoires, I guess is what it is. It's telling the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. All of that I tell here. You can find all my magic here. I teach everything. I teach all sorts of magic and mysteries and all of that. I teach you how to connect with the deities, teach you how to move through the freaking consciousnesses. I teach you fucking everything. Why? Because I have to first reawaken my knowing and then teach you what I know. All right, where are we at? Where are we at? Oh, another magical one. We got another magic show. Which ones are these? I don't know. Closing circles is what we had last. Yeah, let go of this past. Amelia, pick a card. Any card.
I'm not sure if I should do this one or the other smaller shirt.
I don't know. Pick a card.
I pick this one because it looks good.
What'd you pick?
It looks dark.
Levitation. Oh, that's the only thing I haven't mastered. I've seen myself do it. You have to be so centered on your soul. It goes beyond the body. So there's the soul and then there's the body. And the soul has to know its power inside of the body to blow past the body. I can do it astrally. I can bring the soul outside of the body, but I can't bring the soul to push the body. And I have perfect examples of when I'm trying to force myself to do something. My soul can't drag my body. It's too tired. I haven't got there yet. To where I can make things levitate and fly. Move with my mind. I can move, like, I can work energy. So the lights, I can change the lights and do stuff like that. But not this. All transparency. When do I do it? I see myself doing it, mastering it when I'm pregnant, because then I have the power of 2 lights, and I can work with that. Really? Yo. Number 12. Higher ground, belief, mastery, meditation. As it requires belief to become weightless despite taught conditions, levitation is a skill in controlling the physics of gravity to arise within the weightless form. What that means is, I forget that I'm wearing the body. But in that essence, it's like, why do that if I could just focus my wings? I'd rather fly off the wings. Really? My etherical wings? Etherical. They're still attached. You have the etherical cords. It's beyond physics. It's beyond the physical form. You have many forms that make your being. That's why when these incantations, it's like through all of my being. You have your emotional being. So you have to care for your emotional being, your emotional well-being. You have your physical well-being. You have your mental well-being. You have your spiritual well-being. Within that spiritual well-being is all different others' well-being. So then you have, you know what I mean? You have your etherical. You have your astral. You have your existential. I don't know what the word is. I'm just seeing it and I can't read it. All right, anyways. The art of levitation is an ability that has historical roots in the early times of antiquity, when witches flew and attended nocturnal Sabbaths, and mystics and monks hovered meters from the ground, deep in silent meditation. Right? That's all it is, and it can be done. I just haven't focused on that yet. Why? Because the mind is fleeting. When you have nothing to worry about, then things like that can be done. But I've seen myself land. I've seen myself take off. Literally, it happens. Don't worry. We'll get there. Got 55 years of this, guys. Give me a break. Levitation is an ability of luxury, but rather one of necessity to recognize the full capacity of your spiritual being. To discover you can rise when others stay bound, by no means a small feat. The trick of mastering levitation comes from not controlling air, but becoming like the air. The art is simple. And as I see this, I do this so often, especially in mornings. It's the most often time you will see me do it during somatic dance, especially on Sundays. I leave my body astrally, and I do all kinds of shit like that. It's just like I can see myself leave the body from inside and from the out. And so it's more like I'm sitting here and I can see where I'm going. I'm like, I don't know, I guess like a drone. I'm casting my astral body into a particular place, but at the same time, as I'm sitting here watching it go up, I'm up there and I can feel myself rising. It's being in 2 places at one time, but that's not the limit of it. You can be in all places. In order to do levitation, it's bringing all of you into one place. It's a lot. Anyways. And that's kind of difficult. I wouldn't be able to do that, with all my cords attached to people. You know what I mean? Anyways, projections, thoughts, stuff like that. There's cords that keep me tied to the ground. The art is simple. You only gain freedom from the binds once you deeply accept you were born of spirit and thus born to fly. Even if for just a moment, then life's fleeting time. Do you guys have any memories of flying? Do you know what it feels like to have wings? Do you have these memories of do you have these visions of leaving the ground in any kind of way, shape, or form? Like leaving it, like reaching up and flying up, or jumping off of something and flying? Do you have any of those visualizations inside of your head where you can still remember flying? Here comes fucking R. Kelly. I believe it. Shut up, R. Kelly. Gosh, he's always the tone, right? He sets the tone. The horned god, the Pied Piper. Stop it! Enough! He's all good and all bad, right? Aren't we all? I'm gonna get that guy out of jail. Did I tell you that? Yeah, before I leave, we get him out of jail. We fucking do an exorcism on Britney Spears, and Kanye becomes a savior of Christ, or a missionary of Christ once again. You believe in such... Hey, somebody's got to do it. I came with some impossible work. Watch this shit. Watch me work. Alright, pure wisdom. Levitation calls for you to release yourself from old roads of past pain and memories and elevate your energy and mind towards higher ground. Are you staying in the thickness of ego? Yeah, Igor. Every time I think of that, ooh, I haven't faced you today. You are in a dark night of the soul. What are you going to do? You're in love. Ooh, there's two of you. Oh, shit. What are you going to do? I can only tell you what I did, and I fought it, and I have lots of videos, and some of you were on the receiving end of this fight, and it's just better to give in to love. What are you gonna lose? You don't lose anything loving. You lose your ego. You lose your mind, but you're filled with love. Oh, Oscar's in love. And it sucks because I'm not your type. I know, you fuckhead. They made you my type, but then your ego is not the type of ego I try to deal with. Everybody has an ego like that. Igor. And then Bobby. He's over there trying to deny he's in love. What are you going to do about that, buddy? Just work hard, huh? Alright, go on with that. Or are you... Ellie does not deny that he's in love. Ellie, I love you. I love you, Ellie. He just doesn't know what to do with it. He's past the denial. He's seeking recovery. He's past the denial of saying he's not in love. I love you too. Okay, moving on. You can't act against love. You're acting stupid is what you're doing. Moving on. When you release yourself, you can choose where to land. Make your own freedom and journey to your own truth. Pluto is ruling your guys' right now. And it's Pluto. I saw a little... I told you I have a donation table when we come in the building, and I saw a little book and it said Pluto and it was a cute little planet. I was like, yeah, you little guy, you're ruling the season right now. That's what's wrong with these guys. They're both ruled by Pluto and Mars. Hades, death, love, destruction, alchemy. They're all going through it. Midlife crisis. I think they're probably around the same age, aren't they? Happens in age groups for you people. Alright, take in the magical ability of levitation and see what it is, to see what, I'm getting a download. I'm seeing Humpty Dumpty. Alright, and see the ability of levitation and see to it that if a wall stands in your way, you can rise, that's why, and fly over it or see another way from a better vantage point. The old god calls you to raise your powers and stay steady as you lift from disbelief and discouraging limits. Your body and soul are merging into new energies to harness and weave through your new life. Enjoy the thrill of the new heights and master your balance as you are guided forward. Pure magic. How would you live as your higher self? The light being inside of your body. That's me. I told you. I'm just a light inside of here. We levitate every night as we dream, as our subconscious travels to many wondrous places and other worlds. I told you, it's called astral traveling. Imagine you are now living as your soul. How do things feel? You may feel the trivial fall away and your goals become more aligned to truth and joy. To hone your focus every morning as you wake, light a white candle and say, "My light being is in charge today. I am guided, I am safe, I am loved." I try to teach you that all the time. By God, you are loved, you are protected, you're provided for, and you have a purpose, which means you're important. You have to tell yourself that. Anytime you get too much in your matrix and you think you're all alone and shit, no. Remember who you are. You're a starseed. You're important to the universe. You're not lost out here. You're just trying to work through the mind. You're not lost. I have to remind myself, I used to remind myself that I was Lilith, not just some girl out here wandering through the streets, but I'm Lilith, watched by the entire universe, all eyes on me. I'm protected, I'm provided for, I ain't got shit to worry about. That's just my mind thinking that I'm out here all alone. I'm important, dude. I am the most important. I am God's most important employee. Haha! Try this practice for a week and watch your perspective change from that of appreciation to master. And that's knowing your importance. You might not be important in the real world. Me and my little ring a bell is not very important. That's not very prideful. That's not a job that you want to have. You don't aspire to be this kind of person in the successful world of ego and pride. I'm grateful to do an honor, a hard day's work for a good day's pay. And again, full circle. The people that ring that bell for Salvation Army. Salvation Army has been taking care of me and will continue to take care of me till the end of this year. I don't mind paying it forward. It has purpose. This job has purpose to me. It's not about pride. It's about purpose. Giving back to those, to them that gave. And in essence, me and my great spirit, they'll be joyful givers wherever I'm at. Really? Joyful. Really? Yeah. And that's it. It's like, no, I didn't go to college for that. No, I didn't work fucking 2 jobs for that. No, I didn't fucking, No, I didn't do any of that. I didn't give up my fucking music career to fucking ring a bell in front of the store. That's not the job that I'm doing. I'm not my job. I'm seeing Fight Club and shit. That's such a great movie. I forgot that the whole reason I remember that is because he had an altered personality. I'm not my job. I just do a job. That's not who I am. I just do a job. I found a job that I can do joyfully that is a good service to, that aligns with my values, my cores, my beliefs, and my home, and what I am and where I am in my life. I will not live in Salvation Army past next year. So, why work for Salvation Army? You know what I mean? Stuff like that. I just want to show you. Just be grateful. You look grateful.
We spelled Dante.
D-A-N-T-E. And I'm about to pull his cards. Thanks for reminding me.
That's not fine.
Dante. You know a Dante? Yeah. All right. A Devante. All right, those are the Kelly cards. What are these? Is this Dante? Let's see where we're at, Dante. And Dante's Inferno. Oh, we're at the Handmaids of Malice. Ew. Lovely. Welcome to hell. Dude, I got an owie right here. Where did it come from? Mother. The boots. Those boots were made for walking. That's just what they'll do. Every witch wears boots. Doesn't matter. The dirtier, the grungier, the better. Why? Because they're shit kickers. Put on my shit kickers and kick this shit. Let's kick it. I hope they do the fucking Thriller. I hope there's somebody that knows the dance. Do I? No. Bad memory and stuff. Thriller. Michael Jackson in here, bro? Yes. My life is good. How's your life? I'm grateful. At 33, 23. Hype. Alright, journey. While attempting to enter the city of Dis, our travelers are harassed by the Furies, horrid sisters who torment the souls of the dead. The Furies announce that they will summon the head of the Gorgon Medusa. Haha, is that me? In order to turn Dante to stone, and Virgil orders him to avert his eyes. Yeah, I was Medusa too. And I talked about that yesterday about appearances. I don't care. I'm lucky to be alive. I'm lucky to have skin that looks presentable. I'm grateful for what God has made me, and I'm not trying to cut myself up and be Kim Kardashian or Nicki Minaj or any of these, fucking boy brand, fucking build a bitch type bitches. That's true healing, bro. To accept what God made you, inside and out.
Wait, how tall am I compared to you?
Taller? Everybody's pretty. I'm starting to realize that everybody's taller than me at this point. You're definitely taller. You know who you look like? You look like a great. You look great. You know what? You're the Cheshire Cat.
Are you gonna call me a hooker?
No.
I thought you were gonna say it. You're gonna look like a hooker.
Oh, you're about as tall as me. You're about 5'3", like your mommy. Laters. All right, moving on.
You're killing me.
The Gorgon Medusa. Divination. There are times when you must take a stand and champion the cause you believe in, and then there are times when you need to get the hell out of there. The Fury's particular brand of venom and viciousness cannot be contended with, and even the Steward Virgil seeks to retreat. It is a good time to stand up for what is right, but when these twisted sisters arrive, it is a sign that you would only waste your breath and your energy. Seek an alternative path and find some other place where your talents will be better appreciated. Discretion is the better part of valor. Well, they said that yesterday. It's time to, cease and desist, or what is it? Cease and desist. It's time to get the hell out of there. Retreat. Really? Yeah, I don't know what you're facing. Sometimes, bro. Depending on if it's a fight, like when I think you saw me and my daughter, we go at it, I just leave. She'll go straight fire mode, bro. And I'm like, I'm out. Let me grab my purse. I'm out of here. Really? Yeah, I'll let her blow her steam. There's many stories of it. I'm not dealing with this. You're not going to sit here and get all crazy with me. There's no good can come from this. I'm out of here. I'm getting the hell out of here. Grab the dog. I'll grab my son so she doesn't scream or take it out on anybody. Just out of pure fucking safety measures. And we're going to go. And then sometimes I come back, she's fine. Sometimes she pulls the I ran away card. I don't know. She does whatever she's got to do, whatever she feels she needs to do at that time. But sometimes, dude, you need to just get the hell out of there. Whatever the situation may be. People are drinking, whatever, you gotta know when to go. Tell me when to go. Yeah, that's usually how it works. Because you're stepping, you know why? Because you're not balancing your weight. You have to learn to step on your toes. Where are we at? The cow. We're at the cow. The cow. Ooh, the wolf comes next. We're at the cow. This is interesting. Okay, give me a second. Let me put these cards over here. I don't have this guidebook. There it is. These are from my Priesthood of the Morgans. The lady is a weirdo. I got the book, and then we got the cards, and this is where we're at. And I haven't gone all the way through these. 26. Nope, not that far. Dude, just put on some slippers. Go fucking barefoot if you want. Barefoot? Cattle in Irish culture represents wealth and were even used as a type of currency. They provide meat and leather. Their milk could produce cheese and butter, and were associated with blessings. Cow is the symbol of strength, power, and fertility. As Matcha, her name means field or plain. Here represented by the lush field. Okay, so Matcha is a part of the triple goddess of Morgan. Morgan has triple aspects. There's Matcha, Morgan, and Bob. Yeah. All right. So this is another part of me, which I would say is the mother right away. Yeah. In the modern Irish, Matra is related to the word of cattle field. The Glas Ganach, a magical green spotted cow, was said to have been able to produce an endless supply of milk. In the Morgan's myth, she shapeshifted into a hornless heifer and drives a herd of cattle to distract Cuchulainn in battle. The Morgan was also known for stealing cattle. She steals a bull from Odros, and when Cuchulainn encounters her in the Taiboragama, she is also driving a cow through Ulster. Here, Anu leads a cow across the lush landscape, signifying peace, plenty, and new growth, on her spear of the Ogam Luis, representing sustenance. Divinatory meaning. This is a time of abundance. I told you my hands were rubbing, like I kept getting, all morning while I was sleeping, I kept getting that thing where good stuff was happening on my hand. And then all of my cards that I read said all good stuff. I pulled the Four of Wands.
We should get some.
I don't have any. I pulled the Four of Wands. I pulled the 10 of Cups. I pulled the 6 of all this good shit. It was all good cards over and over and over. It signals a time of growth in all areas of your life. Take time to appreciate the richness around you. The Origam Luis can mean flame or herb. It is a strong connection to cattle and sustaining cattle as well as inspiration. Take time to seek out what nourishes and feeds, both physically and spiritually. This may be a great time of inspiration, growth, and reaping the harvest. That's what it was. It was the 7 of Pentacles. the harvest of your hard work. Spell for wealth. I don't know. Let me read this because she's a weirdo. Wealth can come in many forms. It could be something material or less sustainable type of wealth and abundance. I didn't ask God for some. I asked God to give me some paychecks so that I could get my kids what they needed for the holiday seasons. That's all I asked for. I didn't ask him for a future. I didn't ask him for a job for next year. I asked him to make sure that we could, you know what I mean? And I wasn't sure what our needs were until I sat down and my daughter started putting on all this money. I was like, well, we're looking at a $300 birthday. I knew it right away. $300 right away, if this is what we're talking about. And I was like, oh, okay, well, God's got us. And I went downstairs and I got the email. Use the spell when you wish. And that wasn't like, let me negotiate. No, you can't afford that. We're poor. No, you know I don't have money for that. And no, we can't do all of that. No, tell me what you want so I can go and manifest this shit. So I can tell God what you need. I did the same thing with Bobby when I saw him. I wasn't trying to just use him magically. I was trying to let him be part of the experience. And like, what can I use this? What can I help you manifest? He did not know. The best thing I could come up with for him was to manifest a job closer to home so that he could work on a lot of his situations. But if his heart wasn't aligned with that, then it wasn't going to get that. And then later I saw an ad for something nearby and I sent it to him. And that's just it. It's like, I don't know what you guys need, but also what you don't know what you need. You're thinking too far in the future. You're trying to plan your whole life in one day. Just plant some seeds, bro. You just need to eat for for winter. And that's what it is. We're trying to make sure we're fed for the winter, dude. The spring time will come and we'll be okay. But for right now, what are we going to eat? And that's really quite quite literal. I also want to point out something. Today's the last day, right? Before the food stamps lapsed. And I saw, before I got online, that 2 judges had filed that they have to do it. I don't know what that means, but it's all over the news. They waited till the last day to file an injunction against, the Trump administration. For, by law, they have to do this. I don't know what that means, but again, I told you, God waits to the last damn minute. It's the last day to do something about it. And so shall it be done. And he chose 2 people to make it be done. Not everybody heard that calling. Everybody knew something needed to be done, but it said that was 2 judges in 2 different states that decided to go against Trump. Or go against, that filed something against him. Which means they got the fucking law on them now. Right? So I just wanted to point that out. It's like, don't see further than what, than your own 2 eyes. You know what I mean? Don't have such a big appetite for, the next year when you don't even know if you're going to make it through this year. This is a spell. Use this spell when you wish to draw upon any type of energy in your life. I did a whole bunch of incantations and magic throughout the month to make sure that people were going to be fed this month. I had no fear in my heart that this was going to be okay. At the same time, I also told everyone that it'll take a little while, but we're not going to go hungry. I was even guided to use magic. I spent all of my time in, astral traveling to places around people of power and, putting a spirit upon them so that they could be moved by the spirit of this. Their greed was a lot stronger than the spirit of love, obviously. Are they playing music and shit down there? It is so loud. Anyways, what do you need? A cow card, a green candle, basil, oil of your choice. Let's see. Visualize the type of success and wealth you wish to draw in. Don't be imaginary about this. See what you can really have in your life that's really tangible. What can you really get your hands on, that you can really bring into your life with minimal. It's like I was already looking at this job. So that's like, all right, God, I'm going to go towards this job. I need you to open up the gates of this job. I'm going to go towards this. I need you to open up the gates of this. It's something that you already had intentional, not just digging in the fucking imaginary bank. Small steps. And that's where it was. It's like, okay, I'm not ready now, but I am going to be ready for a house in the future. So let me go ahead and put this application in now. And God, I trust that you will only open that door when I'm ready. You know what I mean? And that's planting seeds for the future. I need this in the future, but not right now. But I do need to go ahead and start this. You know what I mean? Plant this and let this grow, you know what I mean, in time. Right? It needs time to grow. Manifestations, even mine, don't happen usually that quickly. Some do. Some do. Like, I'll think it and then it's there. Some do. But not, you know what I mean? Not the big stuff, the real lasting stuff. These are just temporary things. You know, like, I want a meal and there it is. That's a quick you know what I mean? A quick fix. But if we're talking about something long, we're putting in, imagine how God says, right? So in the beginning there was light. And then according to science, the light gathered together to make masses, which made planets. You've got to wait for this thought, this belief. You keep believing in it and adding a little bit more to the belief. Now it becomes more. It starts to matter more and more. The more you feed this thought, the same thought, and you start working through the thoughts of what this would look like, what it would take, the more it becomes real. And then you're sitting with it. And as I'm seeing this, I'm seeing the whole thing that happened with Bobby. I started to think about it. What would it take? So I started giving it all the thought. What would it take to make it real? Now, of course, I was trying to make a home life with this man. But then when I got to what it was working out of all the fears of having a home life with a man. Then I looked at this bigger picture. I can do this. I'm ready to do this. But then I looked at the man. And then it was like, okay, I'm still going to proceed with this dream despite this man not being able to be part of this dream. Because I know I still need to make these actions on my part to make this dream happen. And that's where you don't depend on the free will, or you put the people and the places and the things together. You do your part. You don't try to force them to do their part. You don't try to manipulate them or push them into this part. You do your part of what it's going to take. So what did I want? I saw a vision of this apartment, and I wanted this apartment. And then I started to fantasize of having a family in this apartment. But at that time, I was putting him because he was the man I was seeing. So naturally, I'm trying to put him into my future, right? So that's what I was working on, and there was all these complexities, but I still made it possible despite the impossibilities to it. And after I sat in the full idea of it, and it took many days and, you know, working through it, I saw the finished project of what it could be. And then it was like, all right, are you willing to do all this? And that's where I was like, wow, it's not impossible. And I would be willing to do it if I knew I was getting this out of this man. If not, I'm going to do all this, but I want this out of the man in my house. Is what I created. So that's where it is. It's like, you know, I said in a video that cryingly, I was like, why can't I just, you know, that would be a great job for me. Just leave me alone and this would be a great job. I said that weeks ago. And then all of a sudden I saw a flyer, so I tried to call them. And then yesterday, I saw it on Indeed, so I sent my fucking resume. It took time. It took time. And then I was still working out, you know, I also was considering, because I had a vision of Target. And I was weighing it out. Which would be better for me? Which would be better for me? Which would be better for me? And that's where it was like, you know, I started weighing it out. So the more thought I gave it, the more it materialized. And that's where you have to give it a lot of, you know, thought. And minimal action. You're just working out. The action is really just removing the blockages. Then you realize you didn't have to do so much. So like say on Sunday you got like all these things, right? You push everything till this weekend. I got to do laundry, I got to go to the store, I got to do this, I got to do this, I got to do this. It looks like 10 things, right? So then you sit down the night before and you're like, you make a plan. Those 10 things turned into 4 stops and you're done. You saw it as you were going to have to jump through 10 holes. You'd have to go here, and then you'd have to go here, and you'd have to do this, and you'd have to do that, and you have to do that. Then all of a sudden you saw the picture come together. I can do laundry while I'm doing dinner. And then I can have my day to do my other stuff. And I'll have this and this. So then these projects that seem so big, you put them in. And now it's like, oh, I don't have to do all of that. It's not as big as I thought. I can just do it more simplistically. So as you're trying to visualize the type of success and wealth you wish to draw to you. Keep it short and simple. What would you like? What kind of happinesses, what kind of accomplishments until the end of the year? Because we all know the end of the year is the beginning of something new. You don't want to drag on with your old job past the new year, correct? You want to have a new job in the new year. Now, if you have a good relationship that's been working from this year, you definitely want to take that good relationship into the next year. But if you don't want to start the new year with a bad relationship. Today is Wiccan's new year. The full moon that happened at the beginning of the month was the full moon, the new lunar calendar. They align. So this is all a new season, but in being new, you have to get rid of the old. So don't try to visualize your 5-10 year plan. Keep it sweet and simple. What would you like your holidays to look like? And what would you like to spend, how would you like to spend your New Year's? Let's start with simple manifestations within week's product. Because then if we can keep them into little areas like that, we can continue to do that throughout the entire year. We can catch all of these New Year's, because there's plenty of them. We have our New Year's on January 1st, but then you have Chinese New Year's that comes like within, I think, 2 months later. There's plenty of these years. It's plenty of times, cycles. And then, of course, you can be riding the moon cycles like me, always catching new adventures, new stuff. But you have to let go of the old to embrace the new. Okay? I'm going to stop after this. Light a candle and say this. Morgan, driver of the keen. Luis, flame and herb. Friend of cattle, bring abundance, wealth, overflowing, success in all that I do. Okay, you can say that. Open the door for her. You can say that, or you can literally ask for Jesus. You can pray.
It's on my back.
I will totally stick that on your back.
Also,
You're
I need
number
my
2?
glasses. I can't see.
It doesn't have no tape on it. It's not sticky anymore.
Oh. Well, there's another one in the middle.
I can stick it into your dress like this. You're number 2. Are they starting activities?
I don't know.
I want a cupcake.
I'm gonna grab my glasses.
Well, I want a cupcake. That was going back to hell. You're supposed to offer her cakes and all kinds of rotting fruit and stuff like that. Your glasses?
Oh, there we go.
You can't see without your glasses. Go figure. So that's what we're doing. I'm teaching you that to manifest some good shit. Again, I teach you all kinds of shit. And to get the hell out of there is what I heard. What else did we talk about? Anything? I don't know. We're just going through the cards. Oh, we talked about levitation. There's one more card we're going to read.
Use Nana's leash.
You could. She has a couple of them. What do we got here? Ooh, the harpies of chaos. Oh. These are other new cards. This is the deep, dark, and dangerous. I haven't gone through all of these. We're barely going through our first round. Ooh, I went to vengeance. I wouldn't use hers.
Long.
Yeah, keep the Hello Kitty one. You look great. All right, here we go. The situation will evolve very quickly. Remove yourself from influence of chaotic people and situations. I told you the last card said get the hell out of there. I mean, it is one of those times, dude, where people are getting drunk and they'll get loud and the energy, the Sagittarius and the Mercury, that means they have no filter to their mouth. They have no filter to their mouth, and neither do you. It's in the energy. There's a no filter zone. No flex zone. And there's no filter going on right now. Be very careful. Get the hell out of there, bro. You see them doing some shit, get out of there. Don't try to put on a cake, bro. Not tonight. Stand firm. Justice is being sought actively and may well be found. Organizing influences must be found to turn chaos into advantage. Do not be hungry for the wrong things. Justice, retribution, chaos, and balance. In today's lexicon, we only hear about the word harpy as a derogatory term from a thrill or a shrill or unpleasant woman. A harpy? Maybe. Women who are outspoken and who work within patriarchal systems often get a term thrown their way, and it is reference to the screeching and thoroughly ugly and unpleasant creatures of ancient Greek and Roman worlds. Am I a harpy? Yeah, I'd be harping on motherfuckers. Hey, that's nice. I like it. The origins of the harpy were associated with the elements of air and wind. The most destructive winds were caused by the harpies and always brought with them terror and chaos. Traditionally, harpies flew. They were a woman-bird hybrid at great speeds and came crashing through the air with no warning. The harpy is the oldest mythos were ugly and fierce, with claws, bird wings, terrible voices, and sharp teeth. I'm seeing the cherubim, how you view them. And they were always hungry. The hunger never sustained, meaning that they would swoop down, steal food from humans, and take cattle and even people. If someone disappeared without warning, it was said that the harpies had carried them off. Zeus himself would send the harpies to torment those who deserved it, and the stories featuring harpies often include them punishing those who had starved their families by stealing or polluting their food. Ooh. God's gonna get them, bro. He's sending the harpies out of the people that starved the American families. King Phineas of Thrace, for example, had condemned his own children, and thus the harpies were sent to defecate in and steal all his food. While in many ways the harpies embodied chaos, they're going to get fucking salmonella and shit. They're going to get sick. They're going to get food poisoning. God's going to food poison the people that fucking... Yep, I see it. As the oracle, I'm telling you, they're going to get some kind of food poisoning. That's what it says right here. The people in power that fucking starved the American people that wouldn't give in to this, they're going to get food poisoning. The people that sat there and made comments about everybody, haha, that's what you get for not getting food. You're getting food poisoning, bro. Swear. He's going to fucking poison you guys for this. I see it. He's going to poison you for saying that, for letting the people go hungry, for playing God. He's going to poison your food, meaning it'll have no taste. Ugh, Fight Club. I would recommend not eating the clam chowder. He's going to poison your food. They're going to poison your food. People are going to start getting sick. They're going to have stomach viruses this summer, or this holiday season. Bad ones. Terrible, bad stomach viruses. The people that had bad hearts about, playing God when it came to food stamps. Every single person that made a fucking snide comment is going to have bad fucking stomach problems. They're not going to be able to enjoy their Thanksgiving. They have nothing to give thanks for. They're going to be poisoned by the food. You look so cute. I have a black one.
Do you?
Yeah, down there. I have so many cute things. I just don't get cute anymore. Yeah, down there. There should be, there's a black headband, but there's also probably a black bow. Do you see it? You should wear the white one too. There's white with it too. We play dress up. I be dressing up.
I don't see any.
Okay, I don't know. I'm not gonna go into this. Let's see. Yeah, he's gonna fucking, just like he turned the water to fucking blood, he's gonna turn your stomachs, bro. I see it. While in many ways the harpies, everybody outside of America is like, yeah, I want to see this. You're gonna see it. It's gonna be gross. While in many ways they're just gonna have stomach flus, real bad. Everyone's gonna have stomach flus. While in many ways the harpies embodied chaos, they also, as justice bringers, brought justice and structure to situations that required retribution and some kind of just punishment. Ooh, plant companion, dragons on our moon, which is dragon's blood. Crystal companion is a malachite. Do I have malachite? Yeah, it's back there. I use it for working with Archangel Raphael. That's what you get. You can't take that back. You can't take back your hurtful words and hurtful thoughts about people going hungry. You wanted people to go hungry. Watch how your food tastes. That's funny to me. Fucking, you're gonna get it's gonna be Chipotle everywhere. It's in your lettuce. It's in your turkeys. It's in whatever. They're gonna do it. Not us that have the fucking symbol of God upon our heads. We'll be eating luxurious foods while you're over there fucking everything you taste will have no flavor. I've seen it. God's gonna get you for that. That's lovely. I like that. That feels good. See? God fights our battles. We don't have to piss on them. He's going to piss in their porridge. The Holy Spirit. It's like, I don't know. What's wrong with the food, Grandma? I have no idea. Your family is cursed, so your food's cursed. Everybody's going to have fucking diarrhea. That's what you're going to spend your Black Friday doing. That is so cute. You put it on the top. I told you, don't mess up my bows, bro.
Why would I mess them up? Why do you always say that?
Because when I let you have stuff, I don't know if it's going to come back in the same way. Hey, do you want to wear something else? Put it right here. You put it up here. Right up top. You want me to do it for you? Give me 1 second, guys. Let me help her.
There's only one other.
You have to pull your hair to put it together. It has to hold hair to make this work. I'm going to pull in some hair. Okay, ready? I used to get all pretty for all kinds of stupid shit. I don't get pretty for nothing anymore. Because I have nowhere to care to get pretty for. Oh, we did it the wrong way. Whoops. Hold on. It's going to stick the wrong way. 1 second, guys. 1 second. You look cute. Alright. So happy Halloween and stuff. There's some energy, some scary stuff. You're supposed to be tearing through shit and getting out of shit and packing up shit and starting new shit. Okay, then stop. Fuck. Fuck it. I don't care. I told you to wear something else anyways because it didn't really match. I was going to put the black or white one in. Because you're wearing black and white. Yeah, there's a white headband on the other side of the...
There's no black either.
Okay, I'm going to help her. God help us all. Hey, I love you guys. Happy Halloween. Laters, haters.